All right, welcome to week 5, new NEW 29. We are going into simplifying radical is next week, rational expressions, and this is rational expressions 1. All right, so putting this all together, kind of where we've been headed all week, we are going to be we're going back to simplifying. So we're taking the equal sign out of it, and we are going to just be kind of crossing things out. We like this. Kind of like if any of you have ever played Cooking Mama on the Wii, we're just chopping things, okay? The important thing is to know when to stop chopping. So if we look at this, we're going to make a fraction bar, and we're going to use what we learned about simplifying fractions or the method you want to use. And for 28, I'm going to use 4 times 7. And for 35, I'm going to use 5 times 7. And I'm going to draw out 3 x's on the top, and I'm going to draw out 5 x's on the bottom. And again, this is like the longhand version of this, but it's very visual. So if you're a very visual person, this will make sense to you. And we're going to, quote, cancel out anything that divides to 1. So 7 divided by 7 divides to 1. X divided by x, x divided by x, x divided by x. And what does that leave me? Well, it leaves me with a 4 on the top, a 5 on the bottom, 2 x's on the bottom. So my answer is 4 over 5x squared. And I'm done. Now, number 2, anytime you see number 1 had no pluses and no minuses, no addition, no subtraction. Number 2 through whatever have addition or subtraction. Addition and subtraction make everything markedly more complicated. Anytime you have addition or subtraction in it, it makes it more complicated. You cannot just cross out like x's. It does not work like that. You cannot. So as soon as you see that the plus and the minus, you are looking at factoring. Okay? As soon as you see a plus or a minus, you are looking at factoring. So this could be as simple as factoring out your GCF. This could be as complicated as grouping. You're just going to have to kind of play it by ear. That's why we did all that practice with knowing what to do when. So looking at this, you have no squared. So when you have no squared, you're looking at a GCF. So I look there and I say, okay, well, I have a 5 and a 40, so I'm going to be able to pull out the 5. If I start with a binomial, I'm going to end with a binomial. So if I pull out a 5, I get x plus 8, because 5 times x gets me 5x, and 5 times 8 gets me plus 40. Now, on the bottom, I'm going to pull out a 4. And if I pull out a 4, what do I get? Well, 4 times x gets me 4x, and 4 times plus 8 gets me 32. Now, I can cancel out, or I can divide this x plus 8 and this x plus 8 because they're they're the same thing. Top and bottom. They divide to 1. Okay? So that's why I am allowed to cancel them out. So all I have left is a 5 on the top and a 4 on the bottom. And now I'm done. All right, number 3. GCF of the top is a 9. What do I have left when I pull out a 9? I have x plus 1. 9 times x gets me 9x. 9 times 1 gets me 9. So I'm good to go there. Now, on the bottom, that's an a equals 1. I have to figure out my factors of 7. 1 times 7, and that's it. So how do I make that equal 8? A plus and a plus, right? So this is x plus 1 and x plus 7. So The x plus 1 cancels out with the x plus 1. And what do I have left? I have a 9 on top and an x plus 7 on the bottom. All right, number 4. What I like to do here too, like I like to do all my work on the bottom and then I keep like to the side where I'm writing my final answer. So here I'm going to factor this one. So I'm going to, what are my factors of 6? 1 times 6 or 2 times 3? Well, it's a positive 6, so I'm adding, right? So that's 7 and that's 5. I want to get 7. But what kind of 7 do I want? I want a negative 7. So how do I get negative 7? I need that to be negative and I need that to be negative, right? So how do I do it? X minus 1 and x minus 6. Okay, so the top is x minus 1, x minus 6. All right, now the bottom, x squared minus 6x. Remember, when I have two terms, I'm either looking at GCF or perfect square. Neither of those are a perfect square, so I'm looking at a GCF. So if I pull out a GCF, I'm going to have something in front, and then I'm going to have a binomial, because I have two terms here, so I'm going to have two terms here. So what's my GCF of that one? I'm going to pull out an x. X times what gets me x squared? That's an x. X times what gets me back to negative 6x? Well, it's going to be a negative, and it's got to be a 6. Negative x times negative 6 gets me negative 6x. All right, so the bottom looks like x times x minus 6. So what cancels out? Like, what packages are the same? Well, the x minus 6 matches the x minus 6. So that means I can cancel the x minus 6 and the x minus 6. What does it leave me with? I have an x minus 1 on the top and an x on the bottom. So my answer is x minus 1 over x. No more chopping. Okay, this is where I said, like, it's like Cooking Mama if you've ever played. If you haven't, you should. It's really fun. You can't keep chopping. Okay, you can't like cancel these x's out. That's a couple. Okay, that's a package deal. They're dating. You can't chop one of them. The other half of that couple will be really upset. Okay? So that is our answer. Now, oh, look at this doozy. So many things happening. Okay. So look what I'm going to do. I'm sectioning this off. I have things to do for each. I'm going to write each of these separately. Okay. X minus 4 is done. There's no GCF. It's not a squared, so you can't factor it. Remember, if it's not a squared, you can't like factor. You might have a GCF, but you definitely don't have a GCF there. Okay, so you can just rewrite it x minus 4. Okay, now like you don't have to go in any order. You can really pick and choose what you want to do. So I'm looking right here, and this makes my life easier right here because this is a perfect square. So x and 36, or x squared and 36, this is going to be x plus 6 and x minus 6. So right here on the bottom, I'm going to write x plus 6, x minus 6. All right, good. Done with that one. I don't see anything canceling out yet. All right, now this one, I have negative 48. I have 1 times 48, 2 times 24, 3 times 16, 4 times 12, 6 times 8. Which one of those is going to give me 2 with subtraction? It's going to be that one, right? The 6 and the 8. Which one's going to give me positive 2? I need the 8 to be positive and the 6 to be negative. So I need x minus 6 and x plus 8. Okay, so this one goes on top. I have x minus 6, x plus 8. All right, and then on the bottom, I have negative 32. 1 times 32, 2 times 16, 3, 4 times 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Okay, now I need 4 with subtraction. So I have this one. There's my 4. Now, again, I need subtraction, but I need it to be positive. So positive 8, negative 4. So what does this look like? It looks like x minus 4, x plus 8. So when I write this here, I'm going to write x minus 4, x plus 8. All right, so what all cancels out? I can get rid of the x minus 4 and the x minus 4. I can get rid of the x plus 8 and the x plus 8. And I can get rid of the x minus 6 and the x minus 6. The only thing I have left is the x plus 6, and where is it? It's on the bottom. Which means I need a placeholder on the top. All right, now let's look at this one. On the top, I have 25 x squared minus 16, and on the bottom I have 10x squared plus 3x minus 4. All right, on the top, that's a perfect square one. So I have 5x, 5x, 4 and 4, plus and minus. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. On the bottom, this is a grouping one. This is like what you hope against all hope that you don't get. So I have 10 times negative 4 is negative 40. So I have 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 3, 4 times 10, 5 times 8. I'm looking for a positive 3. It was a negative 40, so I want to subtract. But I want a positive, so I want positive 8, negative 5. Okay, so I want to split my middle term. So I want 10x squared minus 5x plus 8x minus 4. I want to group my first two and my last two, and then I want to find my GCFs. Now, hopefully, I'm trying to cancel, so I'm looking for something along these lines. All right, so I want a 5x, and then I get a 2x minus 1. I should get a 2x minus 1 over here. And then what do I get if I want a 2x here and a minus 1 there? I should get a positive 4. Does that work? 4 times 2x gets me 8x. 4 times negative 1 gets me negative 4. All right, so I get 2x minus 1 and 5x plus 4. So on the bottom, I get 2x minus 1. On the top, I get 5x plus 4. That cancels out with that. And my answer, and I'll have a lot of room here, sorry. My answer is 5x minus 4 over 2x minus 1. And there you have it. We do have another round of this coming up, so you have an independent to practice, but then we will go ahead through this again guided before we move on. So I will see you soon.